Very warm welcome guys to the next part of this series, a ferry flight to the US. Now, unfortunately guys, I can't speak properly today because I've just had 2 fittings and I'm currently under anaesthetic. But regardless, only I could be stupid enough to post a YouTube video whilst not having a mouth that works properly. But never mind, I really am eager to get going with this flight, and to be honest, this is why I'm having to record it really, because we need to get cracking. So we're on the runway and we just waited for a series of B200 aircraft to cross the runway, and now we are going to get going. We've got our flight plan all dialed in. Whoa. We are using the brand new, or at the time of this recording anyway, update for the TBM 900. I'll just post, I'll put a little bit of text up there to tell you which version exactly I'm using. This is a very bumpy runway here. I can't pronounce my B's properly because I can't feel the left side of my mouth. But never mind, we'll carry on regardless. It's fine. Wow, they do sound great, don't they? Now, one thing about this new TBM update that is worth mentioning is it does not like live traffic. Unfortunately, I've had quite a few crashes to the desktop when using live traffic. It gets a bit confused. I don't know what's causing it, but there's some sort of conflict. So I'm using the default X-Plane AI, so we're back using that again. But apart from that, this new update to the TBM is a pretty substantial one, in that it's got some brand new flight characteristics, stall characteristics and physics updates, G1000 updates. The panel, although it doesn't look like it here at the moment, is a lot sort of improved, and I think it's not as dark as it was before, although saying that, it is very dark out here today because of the weather, so that's not going to really showcase that. Let me just put the autopilot on and flight level change and nav mode so we can get cracking. But I think really for me the main difference to this aircraft is the fact that it is very well optimized with frame rate. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I'm so sorry guys. It's just literally, if it annoys you that much, just feel free to skip the video. Literally my mouth on the left hand side is completely numb, and I also had a fitting right at the back, so I've got almost both sides of my mouth are completely inoperable and I can't talk. Oh dear, never mind. So yeah, this is a very nice release, and it's very good on frame rate. It's excellent on frames, in fact. So as we continue to climb out, we'll I look forward to finally landing on the shores of Canada. It's been about a couple of weeks since I did my last flight in this TBM in the Reverb, and I really feel like the Reverb and this aircraft are a match made in heaven. I just can't get enough of it. I do love that flyby view, I really do. Now currently, as we're climbing out 140 knots, going through 15,000 feet, our ETA is 4 hours. So we're going to settle into this one, and of course I won't make you watch the whole thing. There's a nice load of boat traffic, including a aircraft carrier down there. Always good to spot those in case of any engine problems. But yeah, we are settling in for a long flight this one. I have a coffee. I'm determined to drink it, and how with my numb mouth, but we'll persevere regardless. I promise you guys, I'm not drunk. I've just had some pretty awful anaesthetic and fittings in my teeth, so because of that I'm probably not going to make you listen to me for too much longer. And what I'll do is I'll stick some music in now, and basically kind of just show you the highlights of this leg into Canada. So as I say, thank you so much for watching any of these videos. If you're watching them, I really appreciate it. I'll never harp on about subscribing to my channel and all that kind of stuff, you know, because if you want to, you will. I'm not going to mention it. I don't need to. I'm not into getting massive you know, subscriber counts and all that kind of stuff. I'm just sharing a passion, and if anyone wants to watch it, great, even better. Oh, it looks like a very nice view there. Look at that, a nice wing view. I've got to take a picture of that, I think. Very nice. But I mean, having said that, I have been quite amazed with how many subscribers I've managed to attract to the channel. Don't know how, but I've got about 700 odd now, which is amazing. Really, really great. It's always nice that people enjoy watching me mess around in X-Plane and in VR in general, really. But no, it's been a great ride, and as the year is drawing to a close, we look back really on what has been an absolutely amazing year for flight simulation, and I think next year is going to be even better. I really do think, with obviously the advent of Flight Simulator 2020 and the Vulcan, which is around the corner. It might even be released by the time this video comes out. I should say Vulcan will be released, so I might put a video about that on my channel, if I haven't already, that is. So yeah, and VR, what we're going to get in 2020. We're going to get any more new headsets. I know we're going to get the Pimax headsets, but I mean, anything from Oculus maybe, or who knows. It's an exciting time. But I'll leave that there, guys, as we're nearly at cruise altitude, and if anything happens of any interest, I will check back in. But I must admit, I think I can actually see already maybe the coast of Canada coming into view. No, I think that might be I think that's part of Greenland, actually, so maybe not yet. Actually, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay guys, so I'll see you soon, and I'll leave you with some music and some shots of the flight. Thanks guys, take care. So this is really turning out to be a pretty epic flight. I think I've been going now for about 3 hours, and I thought we will cross the famous Hudson Bay in Canada, which is this huge bay here. I think if I can get to the other side of that, We're just under half tanks. I think we'll be able to make it. It is a big crossing, that is, actually, in itself. But there is a Hudson Bay airport around this area here, so if we start descending around here, I think we'll be able to make that, and then that will be a huge leg, which will get us that ever bit closer to Washington, which I cannot wait to finally make it there. But all is well in the Reverb, all is well in the TBM, and I'll get back to you once again once we reach around here, which will be our sort of top of descent, we'll call it, just in the middle of this bay here. So I'll see you then. Welcome back again, guys. This is just another short little update, just to let you know that I've decided, because this flight is it's getting on nearly 4 hours now, so I'm trying to sort of shorten the time as much as I can. I'm a little bit concerned about that fuel as well, and we're over the Hudson Bay, which actually is apparently the second largest body of water in the whole world, so maybe that should have gave me a clue of how large it is. But anyway, we're just nearly halfway, and I've just set in a descent of 500 feet per minute just to give us a little bit more forward speed, and yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that we're going to be able to make land and find an airport, the Hudson Bay airport, which is like a regional place that we could land, which would be perfect if we can make it there. This has definitely been, without a doubt, our longest and most ambitious leg to date. Can't believe we're going to have actually swallowed up a whole full tank of fuel with this TBM, and to be honest, I really am getting a bit concerned by how low that's getting. But we are making headway. I think it's going to be a bit tight, but I'm hoping and praying we're going to make it. But it's going to be a little bit touch and go, I think. But for the time being, we're going to keep that torque nice and high, and we're going to just keep that, because by descending 500 feet per minute we're going to have gained about 20 knots. And the wind speed as we are descending down is actually decreasing, as you'd expect as well. Outside air temperature is minus 50 degrees, and I'm about to check the weather any moment, but what I'll have to do is use active sky, because as I say, we kind of haven't even got a flight plan in now. This wasn't part of the plan, but I decided why not just go for it and see how far we can get. And I am pushing the TBM to the limit here, but I just love how in the Reverb you can do these long sessions, because with the complete lack of screen door effect, I'm not looking at pixels, I'm looking at the world in which I'm sat in. So it makes a huge difference, and it's great when you can kind of bring up your desktop and you know, check YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want to do. I've been looking at a couple of videos whilst they've been in cruise. If you're wondering, I haven't just been sat here gazing at the sea the whole time, but I have been in VR pretty much the whole time. Okay guys, I shall see you a little bit further up the road. We're just passing through 25,000 feet, fuel's getting a bit low, getting a bit concerned, as I say, but we're about halfway now over this huge body of water, and fingers crossed we'll be able to make it. So hopefully you can see this. I've got this currently set up in my cockpit, but you'll be able to see this full screen. This is Active Sky, just to show you where we've come from. Our flight plan was actually meant to finish there at Charlie Yankee Foxtrot Bravo, but we are probably 2 hours away from there now, even more, I don't know. So we need to find an airport nearby, and I'm just looking here what our options might be. That's an NDB. We do have an airport there. That might be a good option. Let's see here. Churchill, that looks quite good, but I mean that's a bit further away, isn't it? And we've got to really know. I think, look, judging by that, that is the closest airport to us. So what I might do then is set a direct to an MVNav profile, so we'll know when to descend more. Okay, Charlie Yankee Echo Romeo. We'll put that in now. Welcome back, guys. This is the final part of this flight, which has been well over 4 hours in the Reverb, but to be honest, it's been perfectly comfortable, and I wasn't intending on going quite this far, but no, it's just been really, really nice. I'm telling you, with the lack of screen door effect, it does really make a huge difference to, I don't know, your stamina, I guess, in the headset. I just feel completely comfortable. But we have literally drained pretty much a full tank, which is a first for me with the TBM. I don't think I've ever done that before. And we are going to be landing at Charlie Yankee Echo Romeo, which is Fort 7, Ontario, in Canada. We have made it to Canada, and what a feeling it is. Now, as you can see in front of us, we have actually got no ortho scenery at all. For the first time, for a very long time, I won't be seeing any ortho scenery there. It feels quite strange, so it'll be interesting to see what the X-Plane default scenery looks like. I'm sure it won't be that amazing, but it will do the job. This is just a stopping place for us before we head out to the USA, which will be another huge leg, which I'm looking forward to. But again, it just stresses how great this headset is, that I've been flying for over 4 hours and I feel fresh, alert, my eyes are absolutely fine. Incidentally, actually, I did go to the opticians yesterday, in fact, to get a proper eye check and to get my IPD, because you know we can all do it with a ruler and a mirror and all that kind of stuff, but I really wanted to see, you know, what my actual IPD is, and it is 65. So I'm very lucky that my IPD is bang on the money, and I think this is one of the reasons why I'm just enjoying the Reverb so much, because it is designed to work with a sort of standard IPD. Now if you're on the higher or lower end of that, it's not a, you know, disaster. I mean, my girlfriend's got a IPD of 58 and she doesn't struggle that much with, I think she's been in it for about half an hour and she's been fine, but I know some people do struggle, so it's worth bearing in mind, guys. As I've always said, make sure your IPD falls within the range of the Reverb, and that if you do buy one, make sure you can do a return on it in case you don't get on with it. But for me, it is absolutely spot on. And there is our airfield. I never thought I'd ever see it, an airfield again. I mean, it's been such a adventurous leg, this one. So we are finally going to take this autopilot off. Now with the update to the TBM, this aircraft just feels a little bit more twitchier than it did before. I think that's also to do with the experimental flight model as well that I've got on. I'm not sure if I like it, to be honest. It just feels a little bit in beta still. It doesn't feel quite refined, so I might actually put it back to normal flight model mode. Now if we do have 3D buildings for this, I'll be amazed. I don't think we will. I think it's just going to be basically a strip in the middle of nowhere, but I'm so pleased to have found it, because we are going to be running on empty very, very soon. And remember the last time I ran out of juice in the TBM, but there is a video of that if you haven't seen it. That was very interesting indeed, but we actually made a successful landing, forced landing. Right, anyway, let's concentrate now and put this bird back on the ground again, because I'm not really concentrating that much at the moment. So inertial separator can come on, landing light can come on, we'll make a nice little base here. And actually this is looking pretty good, really, not bad at all. Plenty of trees around, feels predictably wild and kind of what I expected. Right, okay. Doing something as adventurous as this is going to make landing in the state of Washington that much more sweeter, especially when we're going to be flying in this incredible aircraft that rewards you when you do it right and bites you when you don't. Yeah, so I think this is going to be our first airport on the tour, or airfield, that has got no 3D buildings at all. Although having said that, there is some sort of light shining there, so whether that's a 3D model. Little high here, but I think this runway's plenty big enough for us.
500.
Got a bit of a 6-knot crosswind. That's fine compared to what we've dealt with so far. That's absolutely nothing. So actually this is more of a dirt strip.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
This is a dirt strip here. Minimums. We are coming in very high here, but we may need to use the reversers. Oh, we've got a few 3D buildings here actually, after all. Okay, straight into reverse. Kicking the dust up. And just like that, we are on the deck. There's some cars running about as well. This doesn't look too bad. This will do us for an overnight stop, that's for sure. Hopefully we can get some fuel here, but I'm not convinced. Just do a bit of a turn here. Flaps up. I think we'll keep the inertia separator on for sure with this all this dirt and dust. That's not going to do the engine any favours at all. And we'll just head off over here to park up. So guys, that completes our most adventurous and longest leg yet. Welcome to Canada. Somewhere I would love to go in real life one day very soon. Whew, what a flight that was. Amazing. Shut this off first so we stop the dinging. Amazing. Let's go and get some fresh air. We've been in this aircraft for probably 4.5 hours at least. Stretch our legs. Whew. So once again guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again on the next leg. Heading in to the USA. And to our final destination, which will be Washington. Take care guys, and I'll see you again very soon for the next leg of this epic trip. Take care, bye bye. Now, where's the bar?